Why is there a crock pot in my shop, and what the f is board butter? Today we're going to answer both of those questions. So board butter is a food safe finish that's most commonly used on cutting boards. It's what takes a board from this dry, raw state to this silky, smooth, buttery board. Now there are many different kinds out there from many different makers, all different shapes and sizes and scents and waxes and all that kind of stuff. But today I'm going to show you how to make your own. It's really not rocket science, and once you understand what's in it, the rest is pretty simple. Now to make this recipe, you're going to need some food grade mineral oil, about 4 cups, some beeswax pellets, and a cup of that'll do,
a crock pot, and some containers.
All right, so how do we make the board butter? It's, like I mentioned before, this is not rocket science. We are basically going to melt our beeswax into some mineral oil. That's it. You could do this inside, on a pot, on your stove. I happen to have a really old crock pot, and that's what I'm going to use. So to get started, turn it up. Mine has low and high, going on high. And in goes the mineral oil. We're gonna let it sit for about 20-30 minutes for that mineral oil to heat up, and then we'll drop in the beeswax. So we're somewhere around 20-30 minutes. It is now time to add the beeswax. Now while that's cooking, we can talk about the ingredients. The mineral oil is a food grade mineral oil. I'm not sure if they make non-food grade mineral oil, but mine says food grade, so that's what I use. The beeswax you can get it in bricks and bars and chunks and all that. The pellets seem to melt down a little bit quicker and a little bit easier in the mineral oil, so that's why I go with the pellets. While all of that is still cooking down, we can go ahead and get ready with our little tins for pouring. I use the little 2-ounce tins. They make these little tins in all shapes and sizes. 2-ounce, 3-ounce, 4-ounce. These little 2-ounce tins are a great little addition for any cutting board or butcher block or charcuterie board that you're selling. Most clients want to know how to keep up with their new little investment, and the board butter is the way to go. And if you can send them with something that they can do at home themselves, it just makes them feel good. And when they run out, they know exactly where to go to get some more. I'll do a quick check here. Wax is turning nice and translucent, so we know that it is melting. We are almost there. Just a couple more minutes. All right, so we are about done. I just use a 1/4 cup measuring cup to get these things started. You do have to be careful. We're going to see here. Okay, so this stuff's pretty hot. It's at 163 and climbing. So I wouldn't recommend getting this poured on your skin. So, you know, using a measuring cup, using a lot of safety and caution is going to be the way to go. I'm going to bring all this a little closer to me so I have less distance to go for pouring in all these things. Once I get to about 18 to 20 tins, then I'll go back and just keep adding a little bit more to each one to make sure that everything is as close to topped off as we can make it, and that everything looks nice and even and uniform as far as levels go across the 18 to 20 tins. For these last couple, it gets a little tricky down at the bottom. So we'll see if we can do it this way. Now that everything's cooled down, all I gotta do is cap them off.
So if you want to try and make some of this at home, I do have some affiliate links down in the description for the tins and beeswax and the oil, so you can pick all that up, and using those links does help support the channel. So by all means, feel free. If you like what you've seen so far and want to see more tutorials or builds, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. I'll have more content coming out soon, including me making the board that you see me buttering up here. This was a very special piece for a very special couple on their wedding day. As always, I appreciate you hanging out to the end, and we'll see you in the next one.